Good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor. From about to be talk coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this is episode 82 of our Muscle Talk Mondays, and we had a subject we're going to talk about. We were going to talk about the Vancouver Pro, but they have not put out the official list yet. We're still waiting. I know one lady who I've been in contact with. She says she's planning on doing the Vancouver Pro, but we're just waiting for the list. So before we start, we got my partner and the hand of the emperor, Jen here.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing? And as I
Good.
said earlier, we were going to talk about the Vancouver Pro, but we still haven't got the official list yet. I know, like I said earlier, I said a while ago, one lady I know, she said she's doing this show, and and hope she does pretty good. This lady also, I follow Miss Eva Montgomery, and she dropped on. We were talking on IG. She dropped that she's doing this show. And but anyway, I said, what we're going to talk about? Well, we'll talk about one thing. We'll start off here is like I want to wish happy birthday to a lady who I've been acquainting with, and also Jen knows, Miss Tamara McCarr. She just had a birthday yesterday. I want to wish her a very happy birthday. I did a video for her. I sent it to her. She was very appreciative. I know a lot of you ladies, you appreciate anything us fans do for you, in content or in maybe support. Like I said, reach out to her. She's on IG, she's on Facebook. Support her. Also, if you're a fan of her, wish her happy birthday, belated birthday, and many more.
Nice.
So, so how was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was good. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, honestly.
Well, I had a great evening. I went to an event, and it was the a book. It was the It was released for the Amazon Fitness magazine, and this is from a guy by the name of Glenn Young Senior. I talk about on my channel, and this great opportunity. I got to meet quite a few women in the sport of bodybuilding. I got to meet a couple of ladies who did interviews in the past. One with Mary Ann Wykowski and also Amanda Snooks. It was a great event. It was fun. I enjoyed myself, and an opportunity to see these women in live in person. And so there was some women, still good shape. One lady was there who just she just announced her return. She's coming back to compete in 2023. Is Teresa Moda? I want to get her name right, Momoda. She competes in physique, and she took some time off. She's a wife, she's a mother, and she wants to come back and compete in 2023. So I say best of luck to her. And like I said, this magazine is a great magazine. You can check if you look at the description. I have the link to GPS photography and video, and also the website for the magazine. It's $25. So if you have the time and you're interested in supporting Glenn's content and these ladies, check it out. Now we talk about this about we know with this magazine coming out. Back in the day, real bodybuilding magazines has kind of been falling off the last few years. How do you think?
I think magazines in general have kind of fallen off over the last few years.
Hmm. Yeah, and you don't see women much in magazines anymore, like you see the women bodybuilders anymore. Magazines are like Muscle and Fitness, Flex, Ironman, Muscle Development, a couple others. Most of the time is more geared towards the men. And it used to be back in the day. I used to remember women used to be on the cover, like Linda Murray, Corey Everson. Several other ladies have been on the cover, but we put them on the cover anymore. Now there is a contest by Muscle and Fitness Her what they're trying to do for cover for ladies. But the fact is, it's not going to be anybody female bodybuilder. I know a lady who I'm going with. She's applying to be, to be on the cover. That's one Miss Brittany War Machine Neiman, and I hope she says she's already in the top six. But the thing is, people are going to go with the person that looks more like what they want to see. And that's the hard part. A lot of these
Yeah.
ladies who don't get to be on the cover, who are professional bodybuilders, usually to be fitness models or something like that, or somebody who's just not even a competitor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll let you go more in depth into this. Can you go into depth a little bit about what this magazine is about, who you met, and what this convention was like, or what
Well,
meeting?
it was a more of a party. It was a nice little party. The magazine is about giving attention to women and bodybuilding. As you know, not there hasn't been anywhere bodybuilding magazine dedicated to women since Women's Physique World, and that's been out of I think it's been out of commission for over 15 years. And the magazine is a bi-monthly magazine, meaning it's coming out every 2 months. Glenn right now he's working on content. He has some stuff on the website, but if anybody, I think he says he's planning on putting out hard copies too for people who like I know old-fashioned guys who like to read the books and kind of like playboys. They like to read the content. They like to read the articles. But like
Yeah.
we all know you read Playboy. You're looking at the chicks. And this is he's working with some ladies, some Ivy Pro top level ladies, quality ladies. Also, he's working with up and comers. In NPC, he sponsors a couple ladies who are NPC competitors. Who are getting their foot into sport of bodybuilding. Two ladies that he mentioned is one Miss I think was it Lopez. She competes in wellness in NPC, and another lady by the name of uh, I forgot her last name. She competes also in wellness in NPC, and he wants to really put it out there. And the thing is, you got to think about it. Also, it's expensive for this magazine. So if you're anybody out there who's a fan of female bodybuilding, who's a fan of supporting somebody to keep it content on women's bodybuilding, reach out to him if you want to post like like sell ads for ad space. If you want to to be a sponsor, because he wants to do the show. He's planning on doing. He already did a show in Charlotte a while back where he did photography, and he also he's planning on doing the Pittsburgh Pro coming up around I think it's June or July. And he wants to get contact with people. He's happy to pay you, but also he wants to get paid too. And this magazine, he's already been talking about how he's already got connection with some ladies who compete in I would say the top level, ladies who are Olympia level competitors, and also ladies who are up and comers. This magazine is a great representation of a magazine that really dedicated women's bodybuilding. And I just this morning I put in my subscription for it because I want to support him. We got here a special guest, a guy who's come through on my channel before, Mr. Balls Deep. What up and salute. Yeah, I appreciate you, Balls Deep. And he's come far away from Chi-Town, Chicago. And what's that? This says gelato on deck. Man, what kind of shit? And he says, smash that like button. Yes, people, smash that like, share, comment. So subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to my brother Jen. You can find him on. He needs to put up some more YouTube content. We really get him out there. And say, what did I miss? Yeah, you need to get on here, brother. You really do some stuff. I can't just be only one, talking about with bodybuilding on here. And what he missed, what I was talking about the the upcoming premiere of I just said which release party for a new women's fitness magazine called Amazon Fitness Magazine. It is it's a pretty good magazine. I've looked at some content on it, and Glenn is a great guy. Glenn Young Senior, he's a great guy. Make me a sniper. A sniper. Well, you can go shoot somebody, balls deep. I mean, with a name like Balls Deep, I don't know why. But when you were coming up, Jen, what was your favorite magazines when you used to, got the bodybuilding?
For bodybuilding, it's like a plethora of magazines that I would check out for female bodybuilding. Namely, Women's Physique was one, Flex, Muscle and Fitness. There's a few others. That's the ones I can think of at the moment. Iron Man, that's another big one.
Balls Deep is already sub to Amazon's. Appreciate Balls Deep. We need all the support we can get. Also, he wants to be a moderator. Not a problem, brother. I'll make you a moderator. You come out here, I'll make you a moderator. You got to be careful. I give you a wrench. You just can't, only you should use it when we have these mods. These bots are really awful. They come out every now and then. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
getting. And also, Muscle Plant was my favorite. That's pretty good. I used to like Muscle Fitness, Flex, Iron Man, and Win Physique World. Muscle Development was all right. I have an issue of it in my with my collection of comics where I have an issue with Montel Williams on the cover. I think he was with who was it? I think it was Diane Dennis, and I'm trying to remember who was the other girl. I think it was either Sheila. I think it was Shelly Beatty, I believe. I remember. It's still somewhere in some boxes with the rest of my comics in the storage room. So maybe one day I go through it. You know, and can't forget this one, Muscle Elegance too. Muscle Elegance was truly, I would say, it was truly the Playboy of women bodybuilding magazines. It was you had women like Denise Messino, who created that magazine with her husband or her ex-husband now, Robert Messino. It was truly a real magazine where you saw women, female bodybuilders naked, and your body, not just bodybuilders. You had women from fitness, and you also had several models. But it was the first, bodybuilding magazine where we had full out nudity, and it was. I think it got a couple of issues. It was truly the Playboy women muscle max, and also Flex. Yeah, Flex was pretty good. With Flex, what I like about Flex was Flex would have a section for whoever was Miss Olympia that year. They had Miss Olympia had a little section. You said also had a feminine flex section where you just talked about women's bodybuilding. And back in the day, the muscle mags used to have like we had Miss Olympia. Miss Olympia had almost like a 7 to 8 to 10 page spread. But the last few years, it was I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 pages, and it just it's we see it coming. The push was coming, pushing for your bodybuilding out of the sport, and just it's just. But we all know what the thing is because the fact is the sport is changing. Like any sport, it's changing, and we talked about this how it's progression, of athletes to develop and to mold themselves. You know, um, you just can't. I know it's one thing with the men; they can go to as much as they want to because the people are people may not like male bodybuilders, but they are a little bit more comfortable with men with muscle than they are with women.
Yeah. So the thing with these magazines is some of the men may be focused on some of the luxurious, women, um, and all that stuff. But I mean the photos. My primary concern is that I want to get more stories out there. Um, my primary focus is getting a lot more stories about female bodybuilders out there. I want more information, more uh, um, get more uh, stories out there to normalize the sport in the eyes of a lot of people. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, that's the hard part about it is that people don't feel like it's hard to try to normalize what people might feel is, a fringe sport like bodybuilding. Even with the men, they're still considered outside of the norm, and it's not considered as a real sport compared to football, basketball, baseball, boxing. Even at certain levels, people see the effect is like there's still women have the mindset. I know I was like, while I was at the party, I was listening to some of the ladies talk, and they had the stuff to deal with, with people like want to touch them, people want to ask the questions, and people are just curious. But people are just not really, mentally ready for that. To see a woman alter her physique, her nature, it is something that just kind of, take it sets them back a little bit. Balls, you just dropped this. 'Cause I saw this the other night on my YouTube. Stacy Cummins, RIP. Stacy died a little bit right after, Cedric McMillan had passed away. I need to work on that because I was going to do that, but I was so busy working on other stuff. I would mention it, I would drop it on my channel, and I would probably not because I want to take a little break. I was so busy working on this stuff. I'm still working on some videos I took over at the party. One video I posted was Glenn coming in. He's coming into the James Brown. I posted on my YouTube, and then YouTube didn't post it. The fact is, YouTube is anytime you hear kind of any kind of music, especially if it's copyrighted stuff, they don't want to post it right away. So I got to figure a way to edit it so I don't have to put the music in it. It's a lot of stuff. I just wish I had the I would say the equipment to really do it. I just have my laptop. I use my tablet to record, and I got my cell phone. So I would love to have a desktop where I can put on editing stuff on there, edit videos and stuff, and really work with it a little better. But it takes money, it takes time. So
Yeah.
yeah, and thing is that these women put as much as work and as much as time into the sport, but society's not ready for the idea of women with muscle. It's one thing if you get a little shape, you get a little shape, maybe tighten up a little bit, getting right and tight. But it's one thing we get to the level where you have traps and you have abdominals, you have tutorials. One day they talk about how the issues with the breast implants. There's a lot of stuff these days got to put themselves through as competitors, and people still like want to. Best way to say it, they'll shit on them for their choices. And some of these ladies, as you know, this month is Mother's Day, for Mother's Day's month, and I am dedicating my comparison videos to ladies who are in the sport of bodybuilding who are mothers. Because you know what, that's one thing is that you have kids, you have family, you have to make a lot of sacrifices in the time because you want to get to that next level. And Glenn said like this: the one thing he wants to work with a lot of competitors, but truthfully, the high epsilon women is the ones that he really want to bring in because the fact is these are the ones that really can get paid. And the ladies who not even in the Ivy Pro yet, they're gonna get shade. How he said it, but he's willing to work with you if you're interested. If you're a lady who listens to my channel, like I said, look into the comment section. I have his IG. Also have the Muscle Amazon magazine link. Reach out to him if you really want to develop yourself. He also mentioned how some of these ladies they're on like social media like IG and Facebook. They're posting their stuff out, but like the Joker said in Dark Knight, he says, if you're good at something, never give it away for free. And that's what it is. You know.
Yep.
Mhm. And we really want to, like I say, I really want to promote this because the fact is, it's something he reached out to me about a few months back because of Miss Marianne Wachowski. She sent him my number. We talked a good bit. We met a few times, and I really, really like what he's putting out, especially with me, somebody like that, who's making content on women's bodybuilding. And it's not just women bodybuilding. Also, there was ladies who were there who were CrossFit competitors, and that's also part of women's fitness, CrossFit. Also, he likes to work with some ladies in mixed martial arts. If you are, you got to do, because these ladies are also athletes, and they get as much hardships compared as to their counterparts. Now, if we could bring up a magazine, if we could create a magazine, what kind of magazine would it be? Would it be about just women bodybuilding? Would it be a mix of something else? What if you could make a magazine, Jim? What it would be?
I would definitely focus it solely on female bodybuilding, and here's why. Every other magazine seems to be exclusively about it. It would be that would be its niche basically. And as opposed to many other magazines that have large articles, lots of words in it. Some photos here at the end, but generally speaking, I would want to report on news. I want to report on the women. I want to report on their stories and competition because I know because I've went through article after article about information on these. There's a lot. And there are some reporters, it's not a lot, but there's a few reporters that I can consistently go to, um, and they will always have some reports on female bodybuilding. I want that, but as like a full-time job, basically.
Hmm. Yeah. And here we have Balls Deep said, I would cover FBBs for schmoes. Yes, and I remember one lady, Miss Sheriff of Faust, she said that we're not schmoes, we're friends. And that's what we are. We're the ones who support these ladies because generally, like I said before, this men really are the fans of really of women's bodybuilding. With men's bodybuilding and some of the other divisions, their fan base is a lot expanded out. You have mostly guys who are fan. With men, it's got guys who are fan of bodybuilding, guys who are gay who are fan of men. You have women who are fan of women muscle, and there's also with the other divisions like bikini and wellness. Guys who just love the fact that women with either huge shooters or a big old butt. um, no offense to ladies who compete in wellness. I have respect for you. I might think about doing some content on you every now and then because it's a vision that is kind of goes close to my heart. I won't say my heart per se. Another part of the lower my regions because I said it for my old job. I used to work in a strip club or if you're in the hood, it's the booty club. Because the fact is, it's about the booty. You can have a nice pair of checks, but you don't got a fat ass. Hey, you ain't gonna make no real money. But yeah, if we can really put together something, because and I think Glenn, I want everybody out there, listen to my channel, really support him on this path. We need this content for us as fans. It's gonna be online content. It's gonna be hardcover content. The magazine is $25 bi-monthly. He's $25 a month, like that. It's also if you want to. He also has a plan in which you can pay for like about $250 a year. So that's one shot. You don't have to worry about coming out your check every so month. If you get the money, you get the money. But no, inflation things are going crazy. But
Yeah.
it's he generally really wants to push female bodybuilding getting more attention. We got guys like Jake Wood, what he's doing with Wings of Strength, and really promoting it. Giving bodybuilding female bodybuilding a place, a stage. And as we were talking about, we have a show coming up this week. It's the Vancouver Pro. But right now, we don't have the listing yet. They have not put out the names. Anybody, once I get that, I will talk about it on my channel.
I
And then,
checked again, but
yeah, it's
nothing.
dragging. Yeah, I think usually it takes like 2 or 3 days for the officially put it out. Remember the last time we were trying to do what was that show? The what's it, Portugal Pro or something like that, and it was like 2 days right before the show before we ever got the list of the competitors.
Yeah, they seem to be getting worse over the years, actually.
Yeah, I think the problem is because it's going to be in Vancouver. That's in British Columbia, Canada. And for one thing, I know one lady I was talking with, she wanted to do that show before she do her next show, but because of the guidelines in Canada, they still have restrictions. You still have to become vaccinated. You can take a test, but they want to make sure you're vaccinated because Canada, I think would say with this pandemic going around, Canada's a little smarter. They're a little bit smarter compared to the United States. And I can understand some they don't have the quarantines anymore. Cause I know they competed a while back. She had to do 2 weeks in here at the States before she get back in Canada, but they don't have to get quarantined anymore. You still have to be tested. And I know, like I said again earlier, one lady who I've been following, we've been in contact with, Miss Eva Montgomery, who competed last year. She is planning on competing that show. And Eva's also a mother, a mom with muscle, and much respect to her and a commitment and passion for the sport. Now we also, there's supposed to be that next week. This is the start of the bodybuilding season for women's bodybuilding. We have
Yep.
the Indiana Pro, a lady who I've become acquainted with, a dear lady, Miss Jada Beverly. She is planning on doing this show, so I wish her best of luck. I think it's about maybe five, maybe six competitors by the time we get the show together. I wish her best of luck. I hope this is a qualification for her for the Olympia. And also, you are going to the New York Pro the week after that.
Yeah, the 21st is going to be the week. I already have everything set up. I've already taken my day off, scheduled ahead of time. I put VIP tickets. Um, Hopefully, I'll be able to see some women. I want to know the ahead of time so I can get some info on the women. yeah, I hope it's really good. This is the first bodybuilding competition I'll ever attend ever. Um, I've been following this since 2006 ish, maybe somewhere around that time. That's the earliest I can remember. Um, but since teenage era of
Mm-hmm.
me, and now I'm almost 30 in like what 10 days from now. So this will
Mm-hmm.
be a good birthday present. Uh, so there's that. We got the Vancouver Pro coming up. Hopefully, I already bought my pay-per-view. I hope everybody else did. Um, um, because if you want to support female bodybuilding, guess what? You gotta actually do it. And the only way you can do that is literally by money. Um, so there's that. Um, I'm just debating who's going to be there.
Well, I know I was hearing Donna Salih supposed to be doing that show because I follow her on IG. I know I talking with Jada said she might do that show. She's thinking about doing it because that'll be the week after she does the indie. And there's a couple of I think I heard might do that show. I follow Leah Danny who won the show last year. She said she's not going to make it because she's not going to be ready for it, but she's going to be there working the booths because she's, as you know, Leah is a Winter Strength ambassador, and
Yeah.
I think this is a good opportunity for her. I thought she might do another show later in the year to try to get her qualification for the Olympia again. I love muscular moms. Balls deep. We love them too. And it's just we on here we want to support women bodybuilding. If we can't support financially, I understand, but we can reach out to these ladies, let them know, hey, we respect you. We do we have a lot of love for your determination to be in such a sport where most people see as masculine, and the sacrifices you made, you gotta respect that. I mean, they make a lot of sacrifices. They can't, like, I was at the event. Some of the ladies didn't want to eat anything too heavy because the fact is, they had to be prepping. They had a diet. I know Mary Ann told me she went to a wedding. She had to bring her own food because and they had a good spread. They had like mashed potatoes, green beans. They had chicken. They had beef, roast beef. They had gravy. They had cake, they had salad. I didn't get the cake because I need to go back on my sweets. But it was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, it was fun. It
Yeah.
was fun to get out of the house for a bit and meet these ladies
Which
who I
which
follow.
um which ladies were there, female bodybuilding wise?
Well,
And then you can
one
add
lady I
those.
know is that I follow on IG. Is one Miss. She's a little bit older lady. She's a trainer, she's a competitor. One Miss Clara Rouse. She was there. She's IFB Pro. Also, one lady who's competing. Her name is Carol. I think Carol Bennett. She's NPC. Also, Mary Ann Wachowski, who's NPC, who's IFBB Pro. She does physique. Um, one lady, I think, who else? I try to remember. There's so Ann Snooks, who's me and Ann been Facebook friends for years. She's NPC. She came all the way down from Tampa. She came all the way, up from Tampa for the show. And Marianne came from. She lives like right outside of Philadelphia, and that's
Ooh,
a good. Hmm? Hmm?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she came. She came six. It's a
What?
6 hour drive. She did a meet and greet. Ooh, she did a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Sorry, she did a meet
Yeah.
and greet. That Saturday, and she wanted me to come at 10. And I said I would love to come, but that Saturday I had an interview, and and where she was at, way first, it's a good ways ride from where I live from, and and I wanted to, I wish I could have gone, but it was a joy to get to meet these ladies in person and to talk with them. I mean, I made some connections. I hope I can get them on here sometime soon. I know one lady by the name of Teresa Moda, who's on the cover for the magazine. She's making her return. She took some time off. Teresa's also a mom. She and her husband were there. She took some time off to just relax and rejuvenate. So she decided to make an announcement. She's coming back in 2023 to compete in women's physique division, and it was nice. It was fun. It rained a good bit while we were inside, and by the time it was over, it was already the rain stopped. But it's that's one of those things about life. Every little bit of rain must fall. But it was just eventful for me to be there, to meet these ladies, to see them in action. Hear him, Glenn, how he's has just a strong passion for this sport of bodybuilding. He got into it when Green was the U.S. States sergeant. He was in the U.S. States Army as a sergeant, and he got into it when he came back home after deployment. His son was friend with a lady who was competitive by name Sharonica Hinton, and he reached out to Sharonica, and he reached out to other ladies, and he really grows something. GPS photography video where he says where a picture's worth for me in words. He's a great guy. I want to promote him because and one thing I would love to do if I had the financial way, I would love to promote him financially, but I don't. But that's why I come out here and do this content and try to um, let people know about him, his magazine, his all his other stuff. If like I said again, if you're a lady who was a competitive bodybuilder and you're interested in doing photo sessions with him, reach out to him. You want to pay it for his time. That's good. And he also likes to pay some ladies for their time because I know, especially a lot of the amateurs, because they use a few bucks in their pocket. We got a drop for my man, Balls Deep. I go to all the Chicago events. And this year, the Chicago Pro, as you know, last 2 years since the pandemic, because Illinois had put in guidelines about crowds and capacities, is going back to Chicago. And one lady who did an interview a while back, Miss Marion Yee, she said she's planning on doing Chicago, but she changed her mind. She said she wouldn't be ready for Chicago for the Miss International. Miss International is a pro qualifier. All you gotta do in Miss International, you have to win your class and you get your pro card. And then if you win the overall, you go to represent yourself at the Rising Phoenix. And she says she's going to go to the Olympia because they're going to have women's bodybuilding at the Olympia this year. So she's going to do what she does before. She double dip. She like about a couple years ago, she did the Rising Phoenix. She double dipped. She did women's physique and women's bodybuilding. She took first place in women's bodybuilding, took second place in women's physique. And she competed at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic in the amateur division a while back. Where this is funny thing about Arnold. You don't have women's physique in the pros, but have it in the amateurs. The thing about the amateurs, you have to pay to be amateur. You got to pay interest fee. And with the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, is if you as a pro, you can get an invitation, but with the amateur part, you have to pay. And we get a pro, you stop paying. But I know when you do masters, I know somebody told me in masters, you have to pay interest fee in masters. And that's ridiculous. You're a pro. Why do you have to pay?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Just question, since you brought it up, who was that female bodybuilder who lives outside of Philly?
That's Mary Ann Kowski. Let me see. I'll post her. I'll post her. I do figure. I'll post her. Her IG in the. Give me a minute, because I know me and her. We've been. This was a great opportunity to meet her. She's a lovely lady. She was with her boyfriend Carl. Carl was a great guy. He was the bartender tonight. He was really cool. I was talking to him. He's a nice guy. She came down here to North Carolina. She did some photo sessions with Glenn, and also she's supposed to be competing at the Pittsburgh Pro, and I think it was just a great experience. We talked a good bit. Listen. I told her some stories. She listened. I mean, she is a lovely lady. I mean, it was a great opportunity to have her. She's been on my channel a couple of times. We've done interviews. I've done videos about her. She one while back she was going through. She was sick, and I sent her a care package. I usually, when I do my interviews, I do a thing where I send some of these care package, and um, she was appreciated. She thanked me for it because, in fact, it was something that helped her when she was getting through her hard times. And see, let's get here for balls deep. Women's physique in bodybuilding is fire. And women's physique, this is what one thing I want to talk about women's physique. I think it should be pulled into women's bodybuilding instead of calling it physique, call it lightweight. Call it the lightweight division, the white
Yeah,
or the lightweight class. And then if you look at the women figure, I think that should be called physique. Because those women, as I was watching some videos from backstage at the Arnold Richardson Classic, and the physique division and the fitness girls and the figure girls look almost like physique girls, and it's just astonishing. You know, I love the natural ones too. The natural ones, yeah, it's all right. And he says post that inscription. I did, and we have a special guest that's came through. We have here, ooh, we have a special guest that's just popped in on us here. We have here a female bodybuilding channel. As you know, that's JB and AJ over there, and I believe this is probably JB. Say hi, all. Say hello for your bodybuilding channel. Thank you, because these are the guys that really supported me, who shot me out. I appreciate that. They just posted some stuff from the Swedish, nationals. I think they had a while back. Also, they also post. I saw on the IG they posted some stuff about the Vancouver Pro. Thank you for coming through. I think it's JB because JB most of the time he's online a little more than AJ, and we appreciate the support because he's channel is you know is really showing love to women's bodybuilding.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. They're really good. Um, yeah. So I checked her out. She doesn't live that far away from. She lives in Philly or anything like that. So hopefully I can get in touch with her and see if we can meet or anything like that. 'Cause it's always good to know of female bodybuilders in my area.
Yeah, because I think you're like
Right outside.
because Teresa Vosick, she's from there. She's from around about the Pennsylvania area, and a couple of other ladies I follow who's also from that area. And we got here from Fear Body Center. How are you folks? How are you folks? We're doing fine. And the next episode is the making. Appreciate that. And he says also thanks to Jen, and once we also got from Balls Deep, so FPC salute, and we salute them because I think women need as much attention, and we got people like the Female Bodybuilding Channel, myself, also there's Max Mox Muscle. He does some stuff every now and then. He hadn't done a women's only Wednesday last week. I hope he does one. He has to really, really look at the content. There's amazing women, some great divisions. And like I said again, I'm doing a muscle moms with muscle comparison series for the rest of the month. It's a lot of research to find like some of the ladies. Like I remember I did an interview a while back with a lady. She told me she had a kid. I said, "Wow, you have a kid? That's amazing." And because as when you come for your bodybuilder, if you don't have them before you become one, it's hard to have them after. As people like Kim Javetsky, she has two sons. Bridgetta, Brizak, Brizovic, who did a video, who I did my first video today. She has a daughter because I used to talk with her on Facebook, and she's not on Facebook anymore, but she has a daughter. She retired. She has a daughter. A couple of others also retired, became moms, and some ladies missed the boat. Some ladies, like Diane Dennis, Yaxino King had the kids before they got into bodybuilding, and there's like people like Stephanie Fletcher. She's also one of the ladies that did comparison with her versus Brigetta, she's a mother. She has a teenage daughter. She got it. She got it before like she got into bodybuilding. Yeah. Oh, say yeah. And I forgot another name. Just and Jinxie Balls Deep, Alicia Young. Alicia Young is one of the few women who is still competing. She wasn't who had a daughter. Her daughter Olivia, and also a lady by the name of Sean Staley. Seeley, who had her daughter while she was still like in the level. She's married. She has a husband, and they have a daughter together. And she's an amateur.
Irene Anderson.
Irene Anderson, yes, Irene Anderson. She has 3 kids. She has 2 sons and a daughter. Who else can I think of right away? Jessica Martin, who I follow on social media. Another lady by Lynn Elm. She has a bunch of kids. Also, I think she's a grandmother too. And Irene's also a grandmother. I think I remember back in 2019 when they did the that year they had the Rising Phoenix. Half the women competing that year at that show had kids. Jessica Martin, Irene Anderson, Tina Williams, who has she had a son before she married her husband Big Keith. They have a daughter together. They also adopted a baby. Salvia Mate has a daughter. Margie V. Martin has 2 kids. Her youngest son just turned 18 about a couple of weeks ago. Margie V. Margie has 2 kids. It's people don't think that these ladies who become bodybuilders, if you have them before you get started, that's the one thing. It's a lot harder for the ones who have them afterwards because the fact is, we become a bodybuilder, the stuff you take, the things you got to do, you change your basic, DNA, your whole chemistry of your body. You miss the period. I remember a while back somebody said that Lisa Lewis tried to have, not Lisa Lewis, Linda Murray, because she was married, she was trying to have kids after she left. Those couple of years after she left the competed as a bodybuilder, but then there were stories that said she had a miscarriage. I remember the late Shady Beatty. She when she was with her boyfriend, she tried to have a child, but she had a miscarriage. That happens sometimes. And yeah. And degree
Yep.
with female bodybuilding channel, most had before competing. That's true. There's plenty to have most. I remember a lady back in the '90s, one Miss Judy Miller, and she was a competitive bodybuilder. The lady was like about 50. She had a few kids, and also she was a grandmother. So she was the first grandmother female bodybuilder. And like I said, I mentioned Diane Diss, and this is from Balls Deep. Linda Murray said steroids destroyed her uterus. Yeah, you got to think about it. That stuff, especially as antibiotic, it will affect your body. The side effects of steroids are so many. You know, and it's just and JB just dropped Alicia in between. Yeah, and Alicia, I think Alicia must be coming back, but this year she's not a Wii Strength ambassador. And I was surprised, but I think they swapped her out for Lisa Cross. And
Yeah.
Monique Jones is another. The two Moniques, Monique Jones and Monique Hayes, both of them had their daughters before they got into bodybuilding. And I'm a big fan of both Miss Jones and Miss Hayes. They're amazing women. I'm hoping to get an opportunity to have Miss Hayes on my channel for the interview. I've reached out a few times. Monique Jones did a birthday video about her. Was it about a couple months back? She really thanked me. I really like to get her on there because he's I would say one of the top level women in the sport. I love Monique Jones. I remember when I was talking to her one time. I said that she reminded me of a porn star by the name of Carmen Hayes. Not Carmen Hayes. Carmen Hayes. Because in the eyes, they have the same those big eyes. And that's And wait a minute. And the three misses, 3 misses who? 3 M's, the 3 M's, who 3 M's? You know, the 3 M's. I love the 3 M's. What's the 3 M's? Hey, what's the 3 M's? FB channel or JB? What's the 3 M's? You let me know. I mean, I want to know. Yeah, yes, Floyd. He was talking. I was talking about how Monique Jones reminds me of Carmen Hayes, and Baldy said, yes, Lord. Yeah, I love. Carmen Hayes is big old, huge. She was. I think one point because she was on cocaine so bad that she got really skinny, but then she got better and got healthier. She had a couple of kids, and so she got bigger. Her
Yeah.
Pinky. Oh wait, this is the Oh, this is three M's he's talking about. Monique Jones, Margie V. Martin, and Monique Hayes. So yeah, the three M's. M. But like I said, talked about earlier, we want to generally support Glenn in his upcoming magazine. Reach out to him. FB channel, if you like to, you can follow him on IG. Reach out to him, maybe get him on your channel. Because the fact is, we like to spread this out worldwide. We want this thing to grow. We want people who are fans of him, especially across the ocean, across the border. Hey, out there in space, if you're a fan of him bodybuilding, support this sport, support these women because it needs much attention to anybody. And and also, next weekend is Mother's Day, and to me, it's kind of a bittersweet holiday because it's going to be this summer coming to be 2 years since my mom's passed. And if you got a mom out there, and if she's a mom with muscle, show love to her. Give your mom a break. We just did a birthday video for a lady who is also a mother, Miss Doria Kern Silverman, and she's a legend. I used to be a big fan. One of the most beautiful women bodybuilding in the sport of bodybuilding. She has this great. I said it was blue eyes, but she told me it was green, and she loved the fact that I talked about her for her birthday. And she's a mother. She has four little girls. They're not little girls; they're teenagers now. We were talking back for fun. She said she was with one of her daughters. You know, because she was playing a volleyball game. She was talking in her car because she needed a break. She appreciated me for because we talked a bit. And what I liked about Dory, because a while back I had done a GoFundMe because I thought I was going to move from my apartment with my mom, but I didn't. And she sent me $20, and and that was appreciated. $20 out of her pocket. I know, she didn't have to do that, but that was so great of her. And this is from my condolences. I appreciate balls. I really do. I really do. And anybody got a mom like this. Your mom is gone. Always remember your mom. This is for all of us, especially for men and boys. Our mothers is the first woman we ever loved. You can have a wife, you can have a girlfriend, but you can never have another mother when you lose her. If you and your girlfriend broke up or your wife broke up, you can always get another wife or another girlfriend. But you can never get another mother. That is true. So but
I think this was a pretty good show. I've been looking. We haven't gotten any updates yet. But yeah, keep your eyes out on IFBB Pro for when they're gonna post the list of competitors. And also, before I go, make sure you buy the pay-per-view because that's the only way you can really support the sport is by buying these tickets or anything like that. That's like number one in terms of the support you can do, honestly. Like everything else is kind of secondary at that point.
yeah. Well, I know I got a drop that Jada sent me a thing that the Indies gonna be $10. So and I said, yeah, I can afford $10.
Yeah.
That's $10 in my pockets on mine, It's I have to wait. I really have to wait through because they only got they're mostly just gonna have I think with Indy it's men's open, men's 212, also have bikinis, so I have to really wait for bodybuilding. That's the one part he shows. You wish you could fast forward because he just wants the bodybuilders. I don't care about anything else. But
Yeah.
It's just if you want to come to shows, you have to support. My man Jay Blaze says, "Mom's number one." Yes, mom was one love. We love our mothers. Peace and blessing to the chat. Yeah, peace and blessing to you, balls deep. Appreciate your brother for dropping by. And this is good conversation. Like I said again, we want to generally support these women. I talked about this on my channel. I do it on my when I do my live interviews. Reach out to these ladies. Like I said, I was talking with Miss Marilyn Yee. Support them. Don't be like she showed me how some guys want maybe some new pictures, stuff like that. Don't do that. Don't ask them for that. Support an athlete, on their path, and then the reward is seeing them get success. I understand people want them out of it, but you shouldn't want them out of it. You want to see these athletes because these women are athletes. It's no different if you were, sponsoring a football player, a basketball player, or a boxer. You get, hey, if you want to, it's one thing with that, you can bet on the side, but you don't want to bet. I guess you don't got. But you want to see an athlete succeed in their path, and that's what it is. I like to be an advocate. I say I like to do more. I would love to do more, but I have financial constraints. But if I had the ways, I would love to. One thing I would love to do Yes, I know I did an interview with some ladies, especially ladies that live overseas across the border. I love to bring some ladies in for a few months. If I had the money, like if I had Jake Wood money, Jake, give me that money, give me that gun. If I had Jake Wood's money, I would love to take some ladies and hey, you know what, you overseas, bring you over here because you remember back in the day when we started Rising Phoenix, you have a thing called Muscle Mansion where they have put
Yeah,
ladies on into a house.
yeah,
I would do something like that and make it like a reality show. You can get a little, put it on. You probably won't put it on television because television's not gonna play it, but put it on the internet. People will watch it. Guys will watch it because they love, like see women bodybuilding. We got here this from my man Balls Deep. Boy, you crazy. You crazy. I'm supporting if they go OnlyFans. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. When I heard from my friend, he told me that they charge 20% to the ladies on OnlyFans. Skip OnlyFans. Do Patreon. If you like I said, what I said earlier, some of the ladies put their stuff on IG, like and likes, and we were talking about how don't do that. Put your stuff on. If you're good at something, like the Joker said, you know, don't do it for free. You can go on
yep,
Patreon. Patreon will pay you. You get paid through Patreon. Just OnlyFans, depending on how many people you get to follow you, you do pretty good. But they take a cut of your money, 20%. That's more than what most managers of boxes get. They
yeah,
usually get a 10% cut. That's 20%. That's a good chunk of your change. So if you are interested, if you are somebody, also I know a lot of ladies don't do them much anymore. Because the fact is that they some still do it. They do their own websites. But the thing is, the cost of the web. Some people not. That's why some ladies used to have websites. They drop them. That's why they go on Facebook and IG and Twitter and all the other sorts of platforms. But if you are somebody genuinely interested in supporting a woman's path in the sport of bodybuilding, you don't want nothing out of it but just see them succeed. Reach out to these ladies. Think about it. If you can spare, maybe $100, that could be enough to put gas for the week when they're going to the gym. Maybe a little bit more where they can pay for, their supplements and their food, or maybe even, hey, if you had the means, hey, if they're good doing shows and you got like flyer miles, send them out like, hey, you can use my flyer miles. It saves you some pocket change your pocket. You can do the shows, and a lot of things, a lot of things that do shows because there's a lot of these websites are there to take photographies and they make their money. Especially you don't make it into the top three where the money is at, and that's a great way for them to make connections to make money. That's why I say I would love to bring some ladies over here because I think there's a opportunity for it.
yep.
The ABI and not in integration of is better than on Patreon. You know, yeah, well, you okay, JB? If you know that, I'll agree with you, brother. I agree with you. But like I said, they still take 20% in your pocket.
Yep.
But
All right, George. I'm gonna head on out because I gotta go eat something. But yeah, keep me updated on when they post the list. I think
all right,
sure.
all right. See you later.
Hopefully it's a good show, and yep, anytime.
All
Peace
right,
out, everybody.
peace out. So that was my man Jin, the hand of the emperor. He is my man of knowledge and history. I appreciate him. I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate Balls Deep. You are a moderator. I appreciate wait a minute. Which just JB said, that's nerd speak. Well, I will call him a nerd. He's a nice guy. But we appreciate y'all coming through. Listen to us. As you know, as I said again, support this new magazine is coming out for women's body, but it's come out bi-monthly, $25. Hey, you can spend $25. I know with the price of gas. Was it last week I got my hair cut? Cost me $30. What the? I mean, $30 for a haircut? Used to be when I was a kid, it was $10. And now it keeps going up. The price, I mean, it's inflation is crazy. It's not inflation, people. It's these rich companies price gouging us, the working class. And also that shit's going on over in Russia, them going to war and, mention America sent them, lots like that. We're getting stuff from them too. And now, it's difficult. And also, I just had to change my cable bill because my cable bill was almost $300. And I said, no, it ain't no way, boy. I can't pay that much. That's cut into my monthly check. That's cut too much. But if you are somebody who's out there who's genuinely want to see competitors succeed in this sport, to gain a better placing. And like I said again, if you can do any kind of assistance, be it financially or any kind of way, emotional assistance, that is important. The financial part is good, but any kind of assistance you can provide from. Like I said again, if you're somebody who has a lot of flyer miles and say, hey, you know what, you use my flyer miles, you want to make a show, that's a good thing. And if you're somebody who really wants to support somebody, be genuine. Be genuine. Don't be looking for handouts. And this is my man JB saying, "Have a good night. See ya." And he's over there in Germany. It's already nighttime for them, so good night. Because I know I used to do interviews like about early in the afternoon with my dear friend Miss Tisha Thomas, and I hope she's doing well too. But you know, like I said, be genuine when you reach face. Don't be some weird guy. Don't send the D pics. I tell guys don't do that because, like I said, some ladies don't like that stuff. Unless they request for them, that's one thing. But you just send them just for the hell of it. No, it's disrespectful. It's sexual harassment. So, anyways, this weekend will be Mother's Day. If you know about it as a mother, say Happy Mother's Day to her, and much respect for her commitment and passion for the sport of bodybuilding. Like I said, these ladies, they are just, you got to respect who they are and what they do. And they put a lot of hard work into for this sport and for themselves. So anyway, so I'm not gonna hold you up because, like I said, my man Jim went to eat, and me, I'm gonna take some. I've been busy this morning, doing stuff. I want to take a little. I came home to about almost 11 o'clock. Almost it was a little after 11 when I got home because the party ended at 10. I left till like a little after 10. It's a good drive there and back, and and I was tired. I was working on some stuff before I went to bed. But it was good to get out and meet people that I've seen on the internet and people I've been social media connections with. It was a great party. I enjoyed myself. I had a good time, and I hope we do it again. But to everybody out here who listens to my man Jim, I'd like to thank you. Balls deep, brother. Brother, you crazy, brother. I thought I was crazy, but I think I found somebody just crazy as myself. JB over at Female Vitamin Channel. I'd like to appreciate you for dropping by. Your channel, you and JB and AJ, you really, really, get a person like me to really grow to the next level. And my channel is still growing. I'm a little over 7 subscribers. I'm hoping maybe by the end of the year I might hit 800, and maybe by next year hit 1,000, so I get monetized. That's a little pocket that might change. But folks, I'd like to thank y'all again. We appreciate your support. And without people like you and people myself, female bodybuilding won't get the attention it's getting. So anyway, this is man always yours page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Don't subscribe. I'm out. See you later, folks.